Charity, who was the ex-wife of Rusty, and then her boyfriend also. And I think what they did is they went down Rusty. They had taken a list of Rusty's contacts and went through his contacts. And even though he was not on, they were able to go through his contacts and say, okay, this one. Okay, this one. And they got a hold of me. I'm hoping to see Rusty so I can tell him what's going on.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a little circle of group of people that keeps, like, thinking of different things to do. Like, oh, yeah, that's pretty much what all of that is. I mean...
Well, see, that's why I want to get a hold of my friend Rusty, because I want to tell him, get a hold of your contacts. Anybody you remember being on your Facebook, and you tell them, don't go on, don't go on my site and they getting a hold of you. Set it right then and there because I'm not using it.
Yeah, no, I don't use Facebook that much, and I still get hacked.
You're like, I rarely use it. I use my Messenger, but I don't use my Facebook.
I use it, just not like everybody else, but I use, I'm like a good chat among through Messenger, and they kind of, Facebook, I only post like pictures when I go somewhere.
Yeah, see, that's kind of what I do, or when I do rip mom, I'm thinking of you today, that kind of thing. Happy birthday, mom, that kind of thing. But it's like, otherwise, I'm really not on it like I used to. I used to be, really into it.
Yeah, just too much like false info everywhere. That's why I don't pay attention to any of that. Like, I just see posts, and I know it's not true. I don't care.
Yeah, see, that's
A lot of places like far right stuff or far left. Like no, it's too much. The conspiracy theories. Like no, I don't need all that.
That's why I don't want it. I only want my contacts, because all the people I know, are on there. And remind you, I don't use it that often, so I've only got like 30 contacts on there, which isn't many because I don't use it. People know I don't use it, but I use, the Messenger once in a while to talk to, this or that person. But they hacked me the first time, and when they hacked me the first time, I had like over 200 people. It went down to 30. And it was like, you know what? If it's not somebody I talk to on a normal basis, I'm not gonna use it. That's why when Rusty got a hold of me, or I thought it was Rusty, it was like, okay, I'll talk to you. But then I was telling Kevin yesterday when I was at the gym. Day before yesterday when I was at the gym, I told him, okay, Rusty, I'll have to get a hold of you in a few minutes. I got to go take a shower. And he says, can I watch you? And I was like, excuse me? That's not Rusty. That doesn't even sound like Rusty. And then he was kept cussing, and I was like, that's not you either, So there were some signs, and then he did say something about New Jersey, and I was like, wait a minute, New Jersey? Yeah. And then you heard me say New York, and I was like, okay, what's this about New York? There was one right there.
Oh yeah, no, it's always a lot. Yeah, I mean, I usually relatively. It's usually really.
It's kind of crowded today. I mean, it is crowded, but it's not as crowded as. normally you can't find a spot anywhere.
Oh yeah, no, it's a lot. It's kind of. Got kind of like Costco on Wednesday's supposed to be like the only day that's really. Good to go, but I don't know.
I'm gonna let you get me off here, and then just tell me where you parked, and then I'll find you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just kind of hard to.
I have you drop me off here because then I can go in and get what I need to do while you're. Yeah. There looks like there's a lot more spots. All right, I'll be out in a few minutes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it's cold. Stop slamming the door, damn. And there's a space right there, I think. I like his jersey. I wonder what team that is. Man, this bitch needs to stop slamming the damn door. I'm fucking sick of it. Fuck. I like his jersey. Oh my god. And more or less right there. Don't throw it. Like his jersey. I wonder what team that is. Fucking hot too. Damn, it's a hot jersey. I like his tattoos. Ugh. really like his tattoos on that guy. It's fucking hot. Nice tattoos, nice jersey. Oh, so fucking hot. So attracted to those guys. Oh, wish I was with one of them. But unfortunately, I'm stuck with someone I don't even care for. This fucking bitch of a client. She always has to fucking slam the damn door. It's like, stop slamming the door. Damn. She doesn't wait for me to stop, and she just rips off the, you know, the seatbelt and starts to open the door. It's like, dude, wait until I fucking stop. Fucking bitch.
Original Black Reporting. The Black Information Network.
I wish everybody knew this.
The Bay Area's BIN 910.
Stretching from West 82nd to West 89th Street, Seneca Village was an African-American enclave that flourished. Home to 225 residents in 1855 with a population roughly two-thirds African-American, Seneca Village offered a serene landscape away from the urbanized scenery of downtown Manhattan. For 32 years,
I like that
it served as a
jersey a
safe
lot.
for African-Americans
Yeah.
and fostered a tight-knit community.
Okay.
Approximately half the African-American population owned their own home in the village and with it the right to vote. But by 1853, the New York legislature enacted a law that would erase the area for the creation of Central Park. Eminent domain
Seneca
would be used to
Chargers.
acquire
That's
the
kinda like
land, and while
that.
owners were compensated, many
I'm
believed
not
their
trying to
land was
get something like
undervalued.
that.
To justify its destruction,
can't.
a racist smear campaign targeted the community, portraying it as a poor area with disheveled shanty-like housing. However, historical records and excavated artifacts have uncovered the rich history that was once Seneca Village. And that's a fact. I'm Ashley Young on the Black Information
Oh,
Network.
fucking up with this bitch.
9:10 a.m. KKSF, Oakland, the Black Information
Retro
Network.
jersey.
Tell your smart device to play Bay Area's BIN 910 on iHeartRadio.
51. I didn't miss that by my stupid mom.
Davis, and
I
here's
have
the
to throw
latest
my
from the Black Information
sports,
Network.
my fan
US
gear
officials are
away.
investigating a hacking
You
effort
know how
linked to
she
China.
is. Very
CNN is
controlling and
reporting the State
hateful of
Department was
me.
one of two executive
You know, I
branch
should
agencies
wished I was
whose
never
email accounts
born.
were hacked.
Yeah,
Investigators
how's that
say
from
the hacking
having
began in
a
mid-May.
stupid
The
mom?
heavy nominations for Best Actress in the comedy series
I was a
are out.
kid when she said that
African-American
too.
Quinta Brunson is
Fucking
nominated for
bitch.
the second year in a row for
My
her role in
mom.
Abbott Elementary.
My own
The
parents
Primetime
don't never
Emmy
want me in
Awards
the
will be
first
held on
place.
September 18th in Los
Fucking-
Angeles.
I would kill my parents anymore, man.
Has come to an end. The
I'm at that.
27-year-old
I'm at that.
lost
I'm
today.
so ready
That
to
was
kill
Eubank's
them.
first appearance
Fucking sick
in
of
a
it.
major quarterfinal and in
So
the main
sick of
draw
my
at
parents.
Wimbledon.
Fucking
The
sick
Atlanta,
of them.
Georgia native entered on a
Because
9-match
of
win
them, I'm
streak.
traumatized
And
for
that is the
life
latest.
due to
I'm
all their
Doug Davis from the Black
abuse,
Information
their
Network
bullying
and
my whole life.
BINnews.com.
I'm Vanessa Tyler.
And I'm Mike Stevens on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Bad cops are not going to get away with it.
Everybody who engages in violent conduct and other conduct, illegal conduct, be it civilian or police, you will be held accountable.
That's Dawn Eisen, U.S. Attorney warning those who wear the badge. The black law enforcer just announcing a Warren, Michigan cop, Matthew Rodriguez, will be charged for how he handled carjacking suspect Jaquan Smith. Surveillance video in intake show the now former officer punching Smith in the face, knocking him down, slamming his head on the floor, and pulling him up by his dreads. The charges? Violation of civil rights, something the DOJ will not tolerate.
One of the top priorities for the
I need to
Department of
tie
Justice
down
is protecting
how.
civil rights, and that includes protecting the civil rights of the accused.
The Warren Department condemning what happened last month, fearing this will set back community relations between blacks and those in blue.
One former black cop who breached the blue wall of silence is dead. Mark LaShore, who was a retired detective with the Memphis Police Department, was found shot outside his home, lying face down in his driveway. LaShore was outspoken against the 5 Memphis black cops charged with the beating death of Tyree Nichols. He was killed during a traffic stop. Police are now investigating who shot LaShore and why.
They're getting bolder and bigger. The KKK in Kentucky is on the rise. The evidence statewide, their old activity of flyering. It's their go-to recruiting method of leaving flyers at homes and in public spaces
Oh,
to
wow.
attract others who believe in their philosophy. The group Old Glory Knights of the KKK justifies their mission by claiming to be defenders of white Christian America.
Oh,
And a
wow.
white Alabama senator says
That's,
white
that
nationalists
applies
are
to this
not
client. I
racist
think this
and should
client,
not be weeded out of the
family was
military.
with the
Republican Senator
KKK.
Tommy
I
Tuberville says
I
white
think she's very
nationalism just means
redneck. She's very
American to
super
him. He added the
Christian,
definition is a
but
matter of
she's-
opinion. Although
hates
Tuberville
people who
told
are
CNN
different
he
from
rejects
her.
racism. He has
Yeah,
criticized
she's
efforts to
racist.
oust
She's
white nationalists from the military, something
She hates
the
people
nation's
that are
Black
young,
Defense Secretary
like
Lloyd
me.
Austin
Hates
is
young
committed
people.
to
I don't know
doing.
why.
We're learning
Like, he's
Supreme
very
Court
hateful.
Black Justice Clarence Thomas
Yeah.
got another gift, and it's a big one. It's a Super Bowl ring. The New York Times reports it came from Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones from the 1990s championship.
It's
The
up
two
if this
are
thing not
friends.
working again.
Thomas reportedly has flown on Jones's private jet and sat in his suite during games. The ring is estimated to cost as much as $60 grand. This as Thomas already is under fire for other gifts from wealthy friends as demands grow louder for a Supreme Court code of ethics. And who knew you can order a nice, thick, juicy steak from behind bars? Apparently so, and a viral video shows inmates with their food delivered. Not sure of the facility. Hopefully, they didn't forget the blooming onion. I'm Vanessa Tyler with Mike Stevens on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Time now for traffic and weather.
On the Bay Area's BIN 910.
Let's take a look at the Bay Bridge this time around. Got some very heavy traffic right now on your approach. Looks like they turned the metering lights on at the toll plaza westbound 80, and it's going to be about a 10-minute wait between the toll plaza and the metering lights. The incline looks good, but you're going to slow down at the Bay Bridge Tower, and from there traffic is going to be heavy all the way out to 101. Northbound 101, we're seeing some sluggish traffic starting in Brisbane. That's going to carry you up to Silver. Then you're going to slow down again just past 280. That's going to run you up to the Central Freeway. Eastbound 80, lower deck of the Bay Bridge, that remains heavy from 101 out to the island. Then you're going to slow down again on eastbound 80 on the Oakland side at 880. And that sluggish pattern is going to stick with you up to Highway 4. With Bay Area traffic, I'm Ricky Batiste on the Black Information Network.
Stories you trust from people you trust.
The Black Information Network. The Bay Area's BIN 910.
I'm Natasha Williams on your home for 24/7 News, San Francisco's BIN 910. African-American San Francisco Mayor London Breed is one of the highest paid mayors among leaders in all California cities, according to numbers released last year. Her salary exceeding the compensation of mayors in cities with much larger populations, including Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Jose. According to newly released data from the California State Comptroller's Office, Breed's wages for 2022 were $357,000. Her retirement and health benefits of $87,000. Her annual compensation jumps to $444,000. And the Oakland Finance Committee is voting on a salary increase of $75,000 for Mayor Xing Tao. Councilmember Noel Gallo says he'll vote no.
I will not be supporting that action, considering the fact that the financial condition that the city of Oakland is in today.
The San Francisco Chronicle reports, although Breed may have an unusually high salary relative to her peers, her compensation is still a fraction of what top managers at private companies would make, according to Stephen Falk, a former interim city administrator of Oakland and a longtime city official who has served in 6 California cities.
Like
and
your
San
underwear.
Francisco Mayor London Breed and City Attorney David Chai
his
pushed
underwear,
back
nice
last week
sag.
against claims by homeless
Like
advocates
his underwear,
that an ongoing
very nice
lawsuit over the
sag.
city's response to
My belly,
encampments,
too.
including accusing some
he's a
unhoused
little
people
bear,
of
too.
refusing shelter offers.
Damn, these guys
Lawyers
are
for the
fucking
advocacy
hot.
group, the Council on
Ugh,
Homelessness, and
be all over
individual
with that.
plaintiffs, they filed a
But
lawsuit in September accusing the city of
sadly, I
violating legal
can't.
precedent and constitutional rights by making people move off the streets without having enough shelter to offer them. In December, a judge granted a preliminary injunction that temporarily banned San Francisco police from clearing most housing encampments, citing
Sure,
people
cool,
for sleeping in
okay.
public and enforcing several other laws aimed at homeless people while the lawsuit is continuing. The lawsuit has put Breed and city officials in a difficult position as some residents and businesses are pressuring her to clean up the encampments. Advocates behind the lawsuit want San Francisco to move resources from encampment sweeps to affordable housing and other initiatives to reduce homelessness. And the San Francisco committee has released its final set of recommendations to provide reparations to the city's black community, including potentially $5 million in payments meant to rectify some of the harm caused by generations of systemic racism. But it is far from clear whether those possible payments or any of the other recommendations from that committee will become reality in the near future. Board of Supervisors Shaman Walton pressed the issue at a recent meeting.
Speaking of investment, any plans to support the $50 million supplemental I introduced to fund the Office of Reparations, the staffing, the committee's approved recommendations, a database to locate eligible participants?
I have no plans at this time to support that request. Thank you.
That's some of the news happening around the Bay Area. I'm Natasha Williams on your home for 24/7 News, San Francisco's BIN 910.
Looking for ways to get involved? The Association of Junior Leagues International is an organization of women committed to promoting volunteerism and improving communities. Find out more at ajli.org.
Honest, credible, trusted.
The Black Information Network.
The Bay Area's BIN 910.
If you can't stop thinking about owning a home, it means you can't stop imagining the future. And with Bank of America's Community Homeownership Commitment, you can get up to $10,000 toward your down payment or 3% of the purchase price, whichever is less in select markets. So if you see yourself in a home of your own, turn that vision into reality. Visit bankofamerica.com/homeowner to learn more. What would you like the power to do?
Bank of America N.A. Equal Housing Lender. Credit and collateral are subject to approval. Restrictions apply. This is not a commitment to lend.
Behind the Music is back with a podcast.
I make music that I hope women will enjoy and make them feel things that they never felt before. I do it for that scream.
Download the Usher episode now.
Not having my father be there is what makes me the father that I am to my son.
And listen anytime, anywhere with the iHeartRadio app.
I was shocked because I'm more honest now than I've ever been in my entire career with my music, and it wasn't received that way.
Or wherever you get your podcasts. The Black News comes first.
Listen and stay informed.
Bringing you the stories that matter.
A white resident of Jacksonville, Florida, was charged with federal hate crimes and pleaded guilty after threatening two black women.
24/7. And I think Donald Trump being indicted is a karma moment for many of us.
If it's important to the black community, it appears that GOP lawmakers want to do away with minority scholarships at colleges and universities.
It's on the Black Information Network.
The Bay Area's BIN 910 and on the iHeartRadio app. A special thank you to CVS Pharmacy,
A proud founding partner who shares and supports the mission of the Black Information Network.
I'm Bill Black with another Bet You Didn't Know music fact. Some R&B tracks are so good that the instrumental was used to make other hits throughout the year. Take the Barges' 1983 hit Stay With Me. Speed up the track just a little bit, and you get the Notorious B.I.G.'s One More Chance. Fast forward again, slow it down just a little bit, and you get Ashanti's Foolish. Then slow it down a little bit more, and we bring it up to date with Moneybagg Yo's Waukesha.
I'm sitting here knowing I don't need you pouring O's in the leaf, sipping chaser with my reef, can't get my mind on Waukesha. Watch me put my heart in this cup.
From the 80s to the 90s, the 2000s, and now, one song, a lot of hits. I'm Bill Black, and that's another Bet You Didn't Know music fact on the Black Information Network.
The opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints expressed in this commentary are those of the author and do not necessarily represent those of BIN and its founding partners and employees.
I'm Mo Kelly on BIN with your 2-minute warning. White nationalism is not to be confused with patriotism. White nationalism is a socio-political ethnic view of what America should be along racial lines. White nationalism is not an expression of patriotism of Americans who just happen to be white. It's an ethnic worldview. This is not open to debate. But in this, the 21st century of disinformation, you have people like Alabama Senator and marginal football coach Tommy Tuberville who are as dumb as a rock, trying to submit us with verbal jujitsu and argue that white nationalism has no ties to racism.
Why you continue to insist that white nationalists are American?
Listen, I'm totally against racism. If the Democrats want to say that white nationalists are racist, I'm totally against that too.
But that's not a Democratic definition. The definition of a white nationalist is someone...
My definition
It is the
racism
definition.
is bad.
The definition is that the belief that the white race is superior to all other
Racism
races.
is totally out of the question.
So do you believe that white nationalists are racist?
Yes, if that's what a racist is, yes. Thank you.
This, again, is an example of people just being fine with the behavior associated with racism. They just don't like the title of racist. Tommy Tuberville has long been confirmed as an idiot from his inability to name the 3 branches of government to his one-person crusade to bring military confirmations to a halt. I keep trying to tell you, this is the dumbest nation on the face of the planet, and you are hesitant to believe me. I'll be back with more evidence next week. I'm Mo Kelly, at Mr. Mo Kelly on social media, and that's your 2-minute warning on the Black Information Network.
Get the Black news that matters in 30 minutes on the Black Information Network.
The Bay Area's BIN 910.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's what's trending. A Northwest Evaluation Association study shows black students who suffered more from the pandemic are not academically up to speed as they were prior to the crisis. That's what's trending from the Black Information Network.
Sports on the Black Information Network. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is the 2023 Home Run Derby champion, and the 93rd edition of the All-Star Game is in the books. The National League pulled off a victory over the American League in Seattle with the final score 3-2. Elias Diaz crushed a go-ahead 2-run home run in the 8th inning. His mother was in attendance.
That was incredibly special for me, to have her here. A lot of emotions with everything that we've been through, all the sacrifices that she made for me. It was really special to have her here for me.
The Atlanta Braves had a Major League Baseball leading 8 players suited up for the big game, while the Texas Rangers led the American League with 6 selections. Braves second baseman Ozzie Albies.
We're playing a phenomenal game right now, and to have 8 of us on the All-Star game takes a lot already. We just, go out there, taking care of the baseball every day, and that's what we do.
Los Angeles first baseman Freddie Freeman.
You don't go into the season trying to be an all-star, but when it happens, you try and take it all in these 2 days. It's so much fun. The best players are here, and you get to hang out for 2 days instead of competing against these guys.
Milwaukee Brewers pitcher Corbin Burns.
I've been blessed to be able to do this 3 years in a row now, and it's never any different. You come in and you're always amazed at the players that you're with, and just to be put on this level in this category of players is special.
Get your sports at 14 and 44 past each and every hour. I'm Ray Harris on the Black Information Network.
Bank of America Corporation is proud to be a founding partner who shares and supports the mission of the Black Information Network.
In December of 2020, Danita Johnson was announced as the new president of DC United, making her the first African-American woman or man to hold that role for a Major League Soccer club. A native of Fayetteville and graduate of Western Carolina University in 2005, she's also a member of the historically black sorority Delta Sigma Theta. One of her early career highlights was playing a role in launching the Bakersfield Jam of the NBA G League. And just before joining DC United, she was president and COO of the Los Angeles Sparks. As if running one of the most storied clubs in MLS history isn't enough, Johnson also finds time to give back as a board member of the Share Winter Foundation, which aims to build youth participation in winter sports. She's also involved in the Boys and Girls Club of America, a member of the Rotary International, and a mentor with the Wise Within program. Johnson stands as an inspiration for black leadership in the realm of sports and beyond, making Danita Johnson another name you should know. I'm Weston Tishon for the Black Information Network.
Entertainment News on the Black Information Network. I'm so happy to see actor Jamie Foxx out and about, and one of those new projects his daughter Corinne was telling us about is being announced. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Foxx will serve as one of the producers for a documentary on the life and career of legendary recording artist Luther Vandross. The multi-Grammy Award winner passed away in 2005 at age 54. The documentary has reportedly been cleared by the late singer's close family and friends. It will feature never-before-seen personal footage of his